In this video, we'll talk through strategies that will help us when we are dividing signed integers. So to begin, let's take a look at what division actually represents when we're doing it with a problem. So say we have 32 divided by 8. So when we have 32 divided by 8, I know a lot of you are already thinking, well, that answer is 4. But let's pretend we didn't know that for a second. 32 divided by 8 is saying we have 32 items, and we're going to divide them up evenly into 8 groups. So here are my 8 groups. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I have 32 items that I need to divide up evenly into those 8 groups. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those 32 items and count and place them into those 8 groups until I run out of items. So here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So notice that I took my 32 items and I divided them up evenly into 8 groups, and I found there were 4 items per group. So when we're dividing, that's really what we're figuring out. How many items do we have in each group if we take 32 items and we divide them up evenly into 8 groups? Now, just like multiplication, division has some sign rules when we're dividing two integers together. So the first one is if we're dividing two integers with the same sign. So say we're dividing a positive divided by a positive, or a negative divided by a negative. So two numbers with the same sign. If we're dividing two integers with the same sign, the result will be positive. And then on the flip side, if we're dividing two integers with different signs, so say it's a positive divided by a negative, or a negative divided by a positive. When we're dividing two integers with different signs, the results will be negative. And if you're thinking, well, these rules seem the same as multiplication, they are. Dividing rules are the same as multiplication. So two numbers with the same sign have a result that is positive, and two numbers with different signs have a result that is negative. So now let's take what we've learned and practice it. So here we're going to complete 4 division problems. The first one is 33 divided by negative 3. So let's, for the first part, look at the sign. So here we have a positive divided by a negative. Because I have two different signs, I already note that my division result is going to be a negative. Then from here, if I don't know what 33 divided by 3 is, I can take the 33 items and I can divide them up evenly into 33 groups. So if we go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, so I've got 5 in each group so far. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33. So what I find is there are 11 in each group. And as a result, positive 33 divided by a negative 3 is a negative 11. Then if I move on to B, that slash there is just another way of saying division. So this is saying take negative 40 and divide it up into 8 groups. So we're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 groups. And then I can see I have a negative divided by a positive, so my result is going to be negative. And then if I split that up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. So now I can very visually see that I have 5 items in each group, so negative 40 divided by 8 is a negative 5. Moving on to the next one here, we have 28 divided by negative 4, so a positive divided by a negative. Those are two different signs, so my result will be negative. Then I have 4 groups, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So I can see I have 7 items per group, so my result is a negative 7. And then last but not least here, I have negative 30 divided by negative 15. So I have a negative divided by a negative. So two numbers with the same sign will result in a positive division problem. And here you can draw out the 15 groups if you want. So you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. And if you go through that same process, what you're going to learn is that each one of these groups contains 2 items. So there are 15 groups with 2 items in each, and as a result, your answer is a positive 2. So let's take a look at what happens when we have multiple divisions. So just like when we multiplied, added, or subtracted, we're going to do our divisions from left to right. So here we're going to start off and we have 20 divided by 2. Well, 20 divided into 2 groups, if we draw that out and take account for it, we'll find that we have 10 items per group. And because this is a positive divided by a positive, our result is positive. So then we take that 10 and we divide it by negative 2. Because it's a positive divided by a negative, our answer will be negative. And 10 divided into 2 groups gives me 5 items per group. Then if I look at example 2 down here, I can see that I have negative 40 divided by negative 10. Negative divided by a negative is a positive. 40 divided into 10 groups is 4 items per group. Then I have a positive 4 divided by a positive 2, which results in 2 items per group. Then if I look at number 3, negative 36 divided by negative 6 results in a positive 6 items per group. And then focus on 6 divided by negative 3, positive divided by a negative is a negative. 6 divided by 3 is, we have 6 items being put into 3 groups for 2 items per group. And then I have a negative divided by a positive, so my result is negative. And 2 items divided into 2 groups results in 1 item per group. And then finally here we have negative 48 divided by negative 6, so negative divided by a negative is a positive. And 48 divided into 6 groups, if we draw that out, results in 8 items per group. Then we have positive 8 divided by negative 4. Positive divided by a negative is a negative. So we have a negative 2 divided by negative 2. Negative divided by a negative is a positive. 2 items divided into 2 groups is a positive 1. So we can just do our divisions from left to right. Now something additional you want to notice is just like with multiplication, when we have an odd number of negatives in the problem, so like 1 and 3 have 1 negative or 3 negatives, an odd number of negatives in the problem being divided leads to a negative result. And then when we have an even number, so we have 2 negatives or 4 negatives total being divided in the problem, an even number of negatives results in a positive result.